everyone for months saying this wasn't going to happen and it's all pipe dream, and it's not happening. I know I've met with the guy fucking twice now in the last 2 weeks. You're going from the possibility of that, which would be incredible for the Dallas Cowboys, to fucking Brian Schottenheimer. For real? That you like Pete Carroll was not on this. You're not doing everything to get Belichick. You're not trying to upgrade off McCarthy. You're going
somebody that's like,
I'm sorry, but everybody on the team has got to be sitting there like, what are we doing? It's just if you're next in line around here, you're just the head coach. And this is kind of an important position, bro. Like,
you know what
I don't know. Jerry Jones is really, really, falling into the Al Davis part of his career right now, where it's just you're just waiting for him to either retire or croak so you can move forward and try and make some rational decisions.
He did a hell of a job acting on Landman, though. If you guys haven't watched Landman, go watch it, Billy Bob.
Jerry Jones is on Landman?
Yeah, fucking legit, too. I was like, holy shit, maybe you should.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Souls of Thought. As you can tell, today we're going to be talking about my good old Cowboys. You see it. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not a fanatic. That's what I always tell people. I'm very realistic about my Cowboys. I understand how the world looks at my Cowboys. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Cowboys today. And then I'm going to let you guys hear what Colin Cowherd had to say. I love his show. But Colin Cowherd feels like we're going down the drain. And so I'm going to let you guys hear his point of view of it. But I want to give my 2 cents, and then we'll dive into it. As a Cowboys fan, I went to like 4 games this year too. And they all were good games. Took my dad to the Baltimore Ravens game early in the season where we almost came back, onside kick, all that good stuff. But we lost by like a field goal, I think. And then went to the Monday night Bengals game where we should have won the game after the block punt, but one of our teammates touched it. Then I went to the other game where we upset the Bucks with Cooper Rush. With that being said, I don't feel like our team has any problem with the coaches. I don't think it's the coaches. Excuse me. I think it's the players. I think Dallas is a great market. I think it's of course, everybody knows us as the Americans team. With that being said, I think the attention and everything that comes with it, a lot of our athletes aren't ready for. Like Parsons, I don't understand his personality at all. The way he'll just go out, bash teammates, do those type of things. I just don't get it. We're not in college no more. This is a professional game. You come out here, you get paid millions of dollars to play the game. I enjoy CeeDee Lamb, man, being able to watch him this season up close and watching him. The guy plays hard every down. No matter who was throwing him the ball, if he was getting the ball, he plays every down. And with the new hire, Brian Stoudemire? Is it Schottenheimer or Steidenmeyer, however you say his name? I think it's one of those, better to have the devil that you don't know. That's how I look at it. I feel like it's going to be hard to get anyone to come into Texas and want to actually coach, just due to they feel like they don't have a lot of power. So with that being said, we're going to bring old Colin up here. I'm going to let you guys hear what he had to say.
The Cowboys look for them to cross the finish line and hire Brian Schottenheimer possibly today. That is settling. We are watching the fall of a great American institution. He's not even interviewing for other jobs. Nothing against him. Nice guy. 3 jobs, 5 seasons, never been a head coach, never really been a top candidate for a head coach, but Jerry likes him. He's bounced around the league. Again, Dad was a legend, nice guy, but 7 and 10 football teams don't move off a coach and then hire the offensive coordinator who didn't call plays. I've never even heard of that. I mean, in any industry, you do not let good people leave the building, right? Like we all know, like Liam Cohen is this kid at Tampa, the resurrection of Baker Mayfield. He went and interviewed for the Jacksonville job. He said, no, thank you. He was such a good candidate. The owner of Jacksonville fired the general manager who couldn't close the deal. He goes back to Tampa, and they're going to make him the highest paid coordinator in the league offensively. Or Ben Johnson, who's going to show up 25 minutes on our show. He was like the leading candidate for 4 jobs. Brian Schottenheimer wasn't a candidate for any other job. I looked at his bio this morning. It's lateral moves. Entire career, college pro. What are we doing? Elite employees.
So I wanted to stop right here. Collins, he's talking about the lateral moves, pretty much saying that this guy's just going from college to pros, pretty much staying in the same static positions. With that being said, the same coach that y'all wanted, Deion Sanders, which I enjoy, I love. I'm a big Buzz fan. With that being said, you guys want to, if you would have pulled up Deion's resume compared to this coach's resume, Deion would have literally high school, Jackson State, and now Colorado. I understand why people think Deion would be a better hire just because who Deion is, right? And as I mentioned on the podcast with my boy, The Plug, Deion would just be able to put the right people around him. And I think that's what we're starting to miss too. We're starting to miss that when you think about the Detroit Lions, right? Dan Campbell is a great motivator, great coach, but he also had a great offensive coordinator in Ben Johnson, which just got picked up for a head coaching job. Had a great defensive coordinator in Aaron Glenn, who just got the just job. Your coaching career is based on those who are around you. The head coach is the face of the team. But with that being said, it's the people that are around you that make you successful or not. That same SWAT, think about it. Look at the Washington Commanders today. They took Dan Quinn, who some people complain about him in Dallas. But look at what he did because he has the right team around him. And that's what everything all boiled down to. Who do you have around you? Who's your offensive coordinator? Who's your defensive coordinator? Who's the offensive lineman coach? Like all that stuff matters. And we don't know who Brian is going to bring in to probably provide him some more experience. We don't know. He might get a veteran coach that was used to be a head coach and now he, but also specializes in something. That's what Dan Quinn did. He went from the Falcons head coaching job to the Cowboys defensive coordinator job. Who knows? Brian might bring in someone who helps him out on the offensive, defensive side. We don't know. I feel like give things an opportunity. We live in a world today where nobody wants to give anything an opportunity to work. And I'm going to tell y'all this, Cowboy fans, and I'm a Cowboy fan, we're going to go to the games regardless. You could talk about our teams. Me and my boys are going to do our once-a-year travel trip to a different location. Hopefully, we're going to Vegas this year. But with that being said, Cowboys are going to fill the stands regardless, y'all. I'm telling you, Jerry Worlds is an experience that people don't want to miss out on. And that's the thing that people fail to realize is that we're America's team. And we have an experience that nobody wants to miss out on. So
don't make lateral moves, maybe at the end of their career, but not at the beginning and middle. I mean, watch Vegas react to this. So it just illustrates the directionless state of the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy, a Super Bowl winning coach, to Deion Sanders, a very promising college coach, to an offensive coordinator in the building for a 7-10 team that didn't call plays. What are we doing? Dallas Cowboy fans, I'm not overreacting here. You would become the Jaguars. You are lost at sea.
And if Colin's wrong, I'm sure he's man enough to take his words back. With that being said, if you've seen what he said, Mike McCarthy, I like Mike McCarthy. I always said it wasn't him. I thought we should have got rid of Dak Prescott. That's my opinion. Just because I feel that we are starting to see that just because you have a bunch of super names and superstars doesn't mean you're going to have a super team. And I think sometimes you need your head to just be a good game manager. And I think that's what you've seen in Minnesota this year with Sam Darnold. I think that's what you've seen around the league. You've seen good managers. And then if you look at down the road, everybody who's in this last 2 games heading into before the Super Bowl, it's all veteran coaches, man. So it's more to the pedigree, or more to the mixture of what takes to be a great program. I know how Colin feels. A lot of people feel the way Colin feels. But with that being said, let's give it a shot, man. Let's give the Star a shot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still root for my boys every year, but I also don't get emotionally attached to the point where I know if things don't work out, hey, it's always next year. We are America's team. You know what I mean? Everybody be like, oh, you won championships years ago. You're right, but we won them. Because at the end of the day, your legacy is built off of championships, and we have those. So Jerry did do a great job on Landman. As Coach JB said, he did a very good job. I was shocked. But with that being said, just let things fall where they may. And Dallas fans, let's stay on the boat. Let's get on here. Let's see what we do. Get back healthy. I know they're going to try to go draft Genty, which I'm against that for sure. I don't think we need Genty. I think we need to get a couple more offensive linemen. We need to work on our defensive line for rotation purposes. And I think we need to go get a couple bigger receivers, young, bigger receivers that can help CD Lamb, so that even when you double him, like, I would love for us to go look at somebody like Jimmy Horn from Colorado, Will Shepard. Like, we need another real target, true receiver. I'm not saying that we don't have other good cast members that can play, but like, we need to go and look for some good role players, people who people don't expect to be great right off the bat, but you can shock them. Look at Jefferson out there in Minnesota. He shocked a lot of people. He was a good receiver, but I mean, I don't think people expected him to be who he is. Him, Jamar Chase, all that type of stuff. So I'm rooting for, hopefully Jimmy Horn is one of our receivers that we are able to get. But we'll see, man. Again, as I end every episode or every show, God loves you, which is most importantly. I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.